What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be replacing the front rotor and brake pads and also the rear brake pads on this 2015 Toyota Avalon. And first of all, you're going to have to jack the car up and remove the wheel, of course, and then you're going to have to there's like two screws that hold this part of the brake in, and then you're gonna use this tool to push in the cylinder in the brake caliper. It is a one piston caliper, so you just have to push in one over there. And also to take off the rotor, there is one and two screws on this, and then once you take this out, then you have to wobble the rotor a little bit and then it should come out. We did zip tie this caliper up over here so the brake line doesn't get pinched or break. And as you guys can see on the other side, we already took off the rotor and we are putting a new rotor, so that's a new one. And these are the new brake pads. There are original Toyota brake pads, and the frame is held in by these two screws. So once you loosen the screws, you should take the frame out, and then you have to wiggle the rotor out. As you guys can see, this is the rotor that came out of the car. As you can see, it does have even wear, but it does have some chunks like over here, which you can feel from your nail, but you can't feel normally. And it is good to replace the brake rotor also because it is pretty worn out. And to show you guys the new rotor, this is the new rotor, which you can see is brand new, and it will not cause any problems. As you guys can see, this is the old brake pad, and you can see it's pretty worn out. And this is the new brake pad. As you can see, there's lots of pad left on this one, and there's almost none left on this. And we are going to be using the original shims that came out of the brake pads on this car. Also, as a side note, as you can see, these brake pads over here say Toyota, which means these are the original brake pads that came with the car. And the car does have 150,000 miles, so this is actually really good that these brake pads lasted up to 150,000. And the new brake pads, although they are from the dealer, they do not say Toyota on them because these were the original brake pads that came with the car. As you guys saw in the time lapse, we did put this bracket back on, which is held in by two screws, and we did put the new pads in, and we are spraying the calipers red, so that's why we have this plastic bag here, so we can spray this caliper part red. And first we are putting primer on. So as you guys can see, we have actually put the whole caliper and everything back on alongside the new rotor. And all we have to do left is to tighten it and make sure it's tight. And then you can put the wheel back on. Now, as you guys can see, this is the rear brake pad and brake rotor. And we did finish up the front. And to take off this caliper, you have this nut over here. And then there's one right over here. And for the rear, we're only going to be taking and changing the brake pads, and we are also painting the caliper. As you guys saw in the time lapse, we took off the brake using the two bolts, and then we also painted it and replaced the brake pad. We did not replace the rotor because, as you can see, it is like even wear and it isn't creating a lip over here, so it is fine to use again. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.